Is this thing on? Yes, it is. Yes, it. Okay. Now that the interruptions. Now that the interruptions through with, today I'm going to talk about people who watch other people play video games online. Now, before we get started here, I'm going to be specific. I'm not talking about people who like watch it just for the fun of it after having played the game themselves, or just to get past the part they're stuck on. Because some of those commentators are quite interesting to watch, and you should be able to watch them. But I'm going to talk about the people who don't even play the games, who don't even own the games, and they spend entire days watching Let's Play videos. How can you do that? How do you do it? I actually have a friend who does that shit. He has a PS3 and everything. He saw Uncharted being played and then decided to go buy it after he saw the whole game being played on YouTube. What the fuck is the point of that? I mean, you pretty much spoiled the entire thing. You over here like, well, you know, yesterday we just got on level 53. My fucking phone. Yesterday we just got on level 53. What the fuck? Anyway, no more interruptions. No more. I've had enough. I'm not checking the text, dog. She knows I'm busy tonight. Fuck, man. I mean, she cool and all, but she can't be interrupting my videos, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, tonight, I've had enough of it. How the hell? I mean, it's actually kind of scary. Motherfuckers be talking about, oh, you know, we just got on level 28 yesterday. We were like 2 levels away from the final boss. Like, what the fuck? We? You know, I'm just going to cover video game pet peeves in general. Let's just cover that demon tonight. Another thing I can't stand. Another fucking thing I can't stand. People who play games with a story, and, you know, they skip the cutscenes. Why would you do that? I mean, unless you're playing Metal Gear Solid or some shit, maybe I could understand. What are you looking at? What? You don't even have a PS3, what do you know?
I had a PS2 and a PS1.
Well, that might be true. But I heard, you know, Metal Gear Solid 4, people complain about it being too long with the cutscenes. But anyway, people skip these cutscenes. And they're like, well, I don't play games for the story. Oh, yeah, you're a badass, huh? You don't play games for the story. You just play games to play games. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're right up on the list with the motherfuckers who buy M-rated games and think they're badasses. Oh, yeah, you're really something. Come on. I mean, what the fuck? Over here talking about bullshit like that. I can't even understand it. How do you skip cutscenes in a story-motivated game? Motherfucker I used to know, man, I let him play my Infamous 2. He did nothing but skip cutscenes. The cutscenes in Infamous 2 aren't even that long. And he's like, well, bro, I'm way above the cutscenes. I can pretty much surmise what's going on here by just watching my surroundings and listening to the characters talk. I don't need to watch cutscenes. I don't need that. What the fuck? People just get stranger and stranger. It's a sad-ass day for gamers when motherfuckers are over here using YouTube as a substitute for the game. Now, if you're a poor kid, you're like, I don't have any money to buy a PlayStation 3 or even a Wii. That's understandable. You poor kids, watch away. Watch away. But for the rest of you motherfuckers, try playing the game yourself. As a gamer myself, I can't stand the sight. I can't stand the sight of motherfuckers using YouTube as a substitute for games. Honestly, what kind of gamer are you? What else? Oh, yes. When great games, their sequels go to fucking handhelds. I can't take that shit. Valkyria Chronicles is a prime fucking example.
Great for the PSP.
You only said you don't have a PS3. You don't even have it.
Yeah, so good.
Oh, you mean with 6 people on the field instead of 12?
Didn't even know there were 12.
Yeah, because of your inferior game. But anyway, Valkyria Chronicles 1 was a fucking great game. A legend among the PS3 fans. Though I haven't beaten it. But the fact still remains that it was a great game. Now, it's on the PSP now. 2, at least they localized 2. They at least stay localized 2. They didn't even localize 3. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with Valkyria 3. Chronicles 3. I'm gonna hit up Sega about that shit later. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck y'all doing? Wasting time and shit. I'm Mecha Slash. I know some high people in Sega, man. Why do you think Generations was made? And another thing, I can't stand when games are too short. When you've been waiting years for this shit. Years and years for a 20-hour game and shit. Well, people didn't wait years for Sonic Generations, but Sonic Generations was way too fucking short for all the hype they put into that shit. How many levels they have? Like 8? Shit, they should have put that shit back 2 years. If they push it back 2 years, that game would have been awesome. But it just feels like a fucking beta at this point. I can't even. Great soundtrack though. Love the soundtrack. Love the soundtrack. But everything else about it, way too short. Way too short of a game. Could have been good. I mean, could have been great, but it was a good game. As a Sonic fan since the young days of my life, I'm very disappointed with what Sega's been doing with Sonic in like the past 10 years. Sonic Adventure 2 was like the last Sonic game I actually got hyped for. Maybe it was all the nostalgia value. Maybe it's because I bought a Dreamcast only for those 2 games. Probably one of the stupidest things I've ever done in my life. But it was a great game. What Sega needs to do now is make a Sonic Adventure 3. That'd be awesome. Right?
Sure.
You never played Sonic Adventure, did you?
Nope.
I can't stand you sometimes. I can't stand the sight. But anyway, you're looking at giving a thumbs up, thinking he's cool and shit. Anyway, another pet peeve. What is about pet peeve about gamers these days? People think because a game gets a 7.5 on a site means it's utter garbage or some shit. They're like, well, you know, Mass Effect got a 9, so I'm assuming this was a piece of shit. Mass Effect 3 got a 9. How about that ending? Still enjoy that ending, huh? People still talking about it, so I assume the ending's good. Oh, wait. And Shepard went off into the sunlight. That's another story for another day. I can't think of any other pet peeves right now, but I'll make a part 2 for this one day. One day when I can get my fucking act together and actually rehearse what I record.